The ox is one of my favorite animal signs in 2020. You want to know why? Stay tuned. The ox is one of my favorite animal signs in 2020 because it's one of those years that if you want to, you can actually receive a lot of help from other people. Let me tell you why. Check out the good stars here. These are the good stars for the ox in 2020. Now, it's quite rare that you actually have 3 types of noble people star in one animal sign in 1 year. Okay, so normally these are called nobleman stars, and normally in a specific year they are spread across different 12 animal signs. But in 2020 there seems to be a conference of good stars collected in one, and let me explain to you what it means and how you can activate or use this energy. Remember, this is so important because a lot of times people think that, just because I've got good animal sign, my year is going to be fantastic. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to do fantastic things to get a fantastic results. Okay, so even if you have a good star, but you do nothing with it, you actually you constantly have negative shit going on in your mentality. None of these stars will activate because they need a trigger from you in order to activate. Otherwise, the entire world, anyone born in the year of the ox, that person will be good. It doesn't mean like that. So you need to use it. Let me explain the content and then I'll show you how you can do that, okay? How you can actually use the good stars. First of all, the heavenly yi is one of the best type of noblemen because these are the type of people who come into your life and assist you in what you want to do. For example, if you want to learn a new subject, new mentor comes in. If you want to find a job, a new boss comes in and teach you what to do and give you the experience that you need in order to grow in your life. So it's the correct type of noble people star. Okay, so we like this type of star, okay? And the second nobleman is called the sun, and the sun is one of the greatest noblemen. Now here's the thing, this is incoming, this one is outgoing, meaning this one means the heavenly yi is where people come to your life and then you make use of the opportunity to learn and grow and become better. Whereas if the sun is where you become the nobleman to other people's lives and help them. Now, I know some of you think, shit, I don't want to help no people. I just want people to help me. Now, if that is the attitude, you're not going to be able to get the benefits and the good outcome of your good fortune next year. There is an internal and an external, inward and outward give and take aspect for people born with the ox sign inside their chart. Let me explain, okay? Heavenly yi. Noble people come into your life, you have to be able to embrace and accept their assistance. For a lot of people, they're unwilling to accept help because their ego blocks them or their identity say, I don't need help, I'm good enough, that sort of stuff, okay? Some people, when they look at their own lives, they think they're that good. And therefore, other people come to their lives, they give them advice, they block it. Therefore, even if you have this star, it doesn't help you. You have to be able to embrace them. Sometimes, seeing a doctor, but you have to question the doctor too many times. Like you see 5 other different doctors get like 4th, 5th and 6th opinion, and therefore even the good ones will get chased away. Therefore, you got to remember, you have to be receptive and open to helpful people in your life, okay? And when the sun to activate this powerful star is when you actually offer your help and mentor other people. When you do that, you take other people under your wing. You become better as a result. You build a team, you build a community, your wealth, your health, your connection becomes bigger and better. Okay, so this is a very important year for you. 2020 might be one of the years that can totally transform the trajectory of your life. Okay, now take note, the last one is called the Grand Duke combination. The Grand Duke combination is actually a star. It means that the ox actually combines with the rat. It means that you have an opportunity to work with important key decision makers in 2020. Now, you got to be aware of this, okay? If you're not aware of it, you say, I don't believe this shit. Therefore, you will block yourself from being able to see this stuff. When you see it, you recognize it, you then understand, hey, this particular year, you have a lot of people who are in decision-making positions. For example, CEO, CFO, right, or owners of companies. When you get connected with them, make sure you have good value to offer. When you have good value to offer, you can take advantage of all these good stars and transform 2020 into a fantastic year. Now, let's look at the flip side of the coin, right? Because there's not always everything is positive. There's always, yin and yang. Now, on the negative side, there are a little bit, a few, not so great stars. These are called the yin sha, sky emptiness, and bad chi. Now, because of the configuration of the positive stars in 2020, the negative stars has very little impact unless by nature you are a pessimistic person, you are a cynical person, and shit goes on in your mind. You say you're not worthy, you can't do this, I don't trust nobody, who can I trust? You have that sort of mentality, then more of this will come out. Let me tell you why. Because the yin sha in the old days, it means that there are people, primarily females. Now, actually, it's not fair to gender-base this entire star, but it says yin. That means people who harbor evil thoughts. Okay, now, if you're someone that think, everyone out there is out there to cheat you, nobody can be trusted and shit, right? Because, generally people who have an inferiority complex have that. And so this star will be amplified because it is actually in the ox. And if you have ox in your destiny chart, then you possibly feel that people might have an agenda against you and shit like that, okay? Or now, sky emptiness. Sky emptiness is a star that says, you have big plans and you talk to everybody about it, and then subsequently you actually didn't take action, and then nothing happens. Okay, now this is quite common in a lot of millennial so-called budding entrepreneurs or wannapreneurs. There's a new word that people say, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to do this, and then after that, nothing happened, okay? So this is the thing. Sky emptiness means nothing happened, okay? So the last one is called bad chi. Bad chi is a negative element. It actually indicates that your mentality is more skewed towards the pessimism, the pessimistic side of things. When people give you an opportunity, you question one, question two, question three. Empowering questions move you towards action. Non-empowering questions move you towards inaction. So you got to, awareness allows you to actually, become aware of whether you are influenced by the positive or negative, okay? And then you can take action, move towards the positive. Do you want a good year or not? Then you need to take action. Now, on the spiritual side, this is something new for this year's reading. I'm going to include two very special stars. This is the, for those of us who are more into the higher realms of energy, we want to have to achieve some form of enlightenment or happiness or inner peace and so forth, then we look into these two stars. The Chinese, we call this Yun San or source energy. There's 8. You see, this year, even the spiritual energy wants to assist you to gain more wisdom, insight, and new understanding of, your being. All you have to do is be a bit more conscious of this, and you will be able to receive aid. Aid is a support, and you can manifest a lot of your wishes if you so wish to. Now, don't just manifest the wish. Think about why you want something. As long as you know why you want something and your purpose of wanting something, and you're aware of your achievement direction, your personal spiritual achievement direction, and you have this, a lot of support will be miraculously at the right time, right place, turn up for you. Or you might be able to see solutions instead of seeing problems all the time, okay? Now, do not be worried about this star called aggressor. It's called the minute star. The orrery star is down to the exact minute that we transit to the 2020. This star is called aggressor. It means that deep down inside, you want more and to become more. That means there's a bit of restlessness in you this year that you want to make some changes. Now, if you do nothing, the aggressor causes a lot of frustration and pain. If you're going to do something, you're someone who's active, you're going to go out there and do stuff, well, then this star will particularly assist you in terms of internal energy. The thing is this, physical energy is one thing, but mental and emotional energy is a totally different thing, because some people is physically strong, but emotionally weak. Okay, and so they attach themselves to negative shit all the time, and therefore they can't make improvements. But not with this guy. You have this star here, you will have the internal drive or the strength to want to do more, become more. That part of you is enhanced in 2020. So all you have to do is pay attention to that, and you will become aware of these positive energies that is coming for you in 2020. Now let's go on to details, shall we? Now, in your destiny chart, the ox can appear in the year, okay? Now, if it appears in the year, that means you're born in one of these years, particularly after February 4th of one of these years. So when the ox is in your year, primarily your network, you meet a lot of people with the attributes that I talked about earlier on. Not exactly you. You see that in a lot of people that you meet, especially your friends or your industry, your colleagues, because the year represents people around you, okay? It's not particularly representing you per se, because in a destiny chart, this is your external part of your life. Now, by the way, if you're not sure where to get your full destiny chart, it's on joeyup.com/2020. Please take note of that, joeyup.com/2020. That's where you go in and you key in your date and time of birth, and then you get your full chart. And you can also download a heck of a lot of notes for the entire year, and you should, because that actually helps you prepare and make sure 2020 is great, okay? Listen, to learn about the animal science, you gotta have an open mind. Now, some people say, no, shit, I don't believe in this shit. Listen, then what do you believe in? You have to believe in yourself to become better. This is nothing more than helping you guide your way to 2020, okay? Do you want more and be more? Then you need a guide. This is nothing more than just a guide. If you're already good at what you do, heck, you don't need any of this stuff, okay? You're already good at what you do. But some people, or actually a lot of people, need to know, how can they move forward? That's where this come in, okay? And if you have the ox in the year, you're going to meet a lot of people with the attributes that I said. However, if the ox appears in the month, now this is different, right? If month means you're born between January 6th to February the 3rd, somewhere during this time, you will see the ox in the month of birth. This is your career. The month of birth represents your job, your work, the things that you do, the things that are important for you, and you will receive help, because this year's a lot of assistance, a lot of support coming in. But you gotta be open and receptive and keep your ego low to receive the support. If your ego is high and you reject all this, you're not gonna receive any help. People with a big ego means they identify themselves as being super strong, and I know all this shit, I got my shit together, I don't need your help. That you won't get any of the good starts. You get most of the negative, because yin sha will come in. Be receptive to help in your work, in your career. In fact, you know what? Ask for it. Ask for it, be sincere, then you're going to receive the assistance that you need, and you can move forward. Now, if it appears in a day, this is quite interesting, your spouse or your relationships. If you're single, this might mean that there's an opportunity to meet with people who had that caliber that we just talked about. Okay? Remember, it's both sides of the coin. If you seek for those who have the positive side, those who are generous, remember the sun, those who are helpful to others, the sun, and those who have connections with a lot of people in high places, that is the Duke combination, remember? Now you can seek for that. And or if you are not aware, because sometimes because of our own insecurities, we tend to look for people who have the same insecurities, because, oh, you are same with me, my life and your life same. You know that bullshit? A lot of people look for the same type of troublemakers because they themselves are attracted to those, okay? You gotta mentally shift, all right? But just in case, be aware, all right? There's an opportunity for that. Now, if you are already married, that's great. Do take note, give some importance to what your spouse says, because this spouse star means that your spouse probably has good fortune this year, which is great. And finally, the hour. That's your ambition, that's your goals, that's your dreams. Listen, now you can hope for, go for, and aim for, a higher ranking position, aim for certain people that you want to come into your life as mentors. You can go for that, because this ambition palace is very strong. So overall, the ox in 2020, I would say it's quite a fantastic year. So remember, the action step is be aware of those people who come into your life, ask for help, don't have an overly strong barrier and not receive it and then reject it outright. Be open-minded, and I'm sure 2020 will be a fantastic year for you.